Picture a sprawling penthouse overlooking Manhattan's iconic skyline, the hush of morning broken only by the hum of financial tickers streaming live market data. The man who calls this lavish oasis home has long been a towering figure in the finance world, quietly orchestrating billion-dollar trades that can shift market tides in an instant. Meet Ken Griffin, the richest hedge fund manager in the world. As of early 2025, his net worth hovers around $35 billion, a fortune built through bold trades, relentless innovation, and an uncanny knack for outsmarting the market. Today, we're diving deep into the story of how a college student with a makeshift trading desk in his dorm room climbed to the pinnacle of high finance and where he stands now. Kenneth Cordell Griffin was born on October 15, 1968, in Daytona Beach, Florida. From a young age, Ken demonstrated a strong aptitude for numbers and analysis. He was an avid reader who found joy in dissecting complex puzzles and problem-solving activities. However, it wasn't until his teenage years that he first encountered the world of investing. In high school, Ken began reading about the stock market in magazines and newspapers, learning the basic principles of supply, demand, and the ever-changing nature of share prices. Before long, he started dabbling in small trades, experiments that would foreshadow his future brilliance as a hedge fund titan. While still a teenager, he displayed a calm, calculated approach to risk, a trait that would serve as his bedrock in the volatile world of trading. In 1986, Ken Griffin enrolled at Harvard University to study economics. This move wasn't just academic, it set the stage for his earliest brush with the big leagues. Griffin convinced the university to allow him to install a satellite dish on the roof of his dorm so he could receive real-time stock quotes. From the cramped confines of his room, he traded convertible bonds, a specialized form of investment that requires a deep understanding of both equities and fixed income. What began as a small-scale trading experiment soon became a serious operation funded by friends and family members who saw Griffin's potential. Even a minor detail, like the fact that he was often taking calls while attending to his studies, underscored his sheer drive. While many undergraduates spent weekends socializing or cramming for exams, Ken dedicated nearly all his free time to analyzing bond spreads and market trends. By the time he graduated from Harvard in 1989, Ken Griffin had already made a name for himself on campus and netted hundreds of thousands of dollars in trading profits. His academic journey ended with a diploma, but his next venture, what would eventually become his world-renowned hedge fund, was about to begin. Shortly after completing his Harvard education, Griffin founded Citadel in 1990. Initially known as Wellington Advisors, the fledgling firm started with just $4.6 million in seed capital, contributed by his early backers. Griffin steered Citadel with a unique combination of data-driven research, diversified trading strategies, and risk management techniques that were ahead of their time. Citadel's approach was revolutionary in the early 1990s. Rather than focusing on a single asset class, Griffin assembled a team of talented traders and analysts to pursue opportunities across equities, bonds, derivatives, and more. By spreading risk among different markets, Citadel mitigated the volatility that often crippled more narrowly focused hedge funds. Griffin's rigorous methods and emphasis on quantitative modeling quickly paid off. By the late 1990s, Citadel was managing billions of dollars and had developed a reputation as one of the most sophisticated hedge funds in the industry. A testament to Citadel's prowess, it not only survived the dot-com bubble burst in the early 2000s but emerged stronger, thanks to strategic short positions and careful hedging tactics. Like any major player in finance, Ken Griffin faced his share of challenges. The 2008 financial crisis, for instance, sent shockwaves across the globe. Many hedge funds collapsed or significantly downsized as the stock market plummeted and credit markets froze. Citadel suffered heavy losses in its main funds, but Griffin and his team took decisive steps, cutting back on risky positions, holding onto core investments with strong fundamentals, and fortifying operational efficiencies. Remarkably, Citadel rebounded faster than many of its competitors, regaining most of its losses within a few years. Through this ordeal, Griffin solidified his reputation as a resilient and disciplined manager capable of steering his ship through the fiercest economic storms. By 2020 and beyond, Citadel's successes continued to accumulate. The hedge fund skillfully navigated market upheavals triggered by global events, employing advanced analytics and algorithmic trading to remain competitive. In recent years, Citadel set records with multi-billion-dollar gains, further validating Griffin's long-term vision and strategy. As Citadel's success skyrocketed, so did Ken Griffin's personal fortune. His compensation packages and ownership stakes in Citadel catapulted him into the upper echelons of billionaire financiers. His wealth, hovering around $35 billion at the start of 2025, cements his status as the world's richest hedge fund manager. His taste for luxury real estate became headline-worthy too. Griffin made waves by purchasing the most expensive home ever sold in the United States at the time, a $238 million Manhattan penthouse overlooking Central Park. His real estate portfolio spans multiple cities, from Chicago, where Citadel is headquartered, to Miami, Palm Beach, and London. Beyond real estate, Griffin also has a passion for art, reportedly shelling out staggering sums for work by renowned artists like Jackson Pollock and Willem de Kooning. Despite his reputation as a fierce competitor on the trading floor, Ken Griffin also devotes substantial resources to philanthropy. Over the years, he has donated well over $1 billion to various causes, focusing on education, medical research, and cultural institutions. Griffin has made significant contributions to Harvard University, his alma mater, funding financial aid programs and new facilities that benefit aspiring students from diverse backgrounds. He also supports a variety of charter schools and educational nonprofits in his hometown regions. In the wake of the global health crisis in the early 2020s, Griffin donated tens of millions of dollars to coronavirus relief efforts, vaccine research, and emergency medical services. He has continued to support cutting-edge medical research, particularly for children's hospitals and cancer centers. Finally, his focus on art and culture. From major museums in Chicago to cultural institutions in New York City, Griffin's philanthropic footprint is vast. His donations have aided the construction of new exhibits, the procurement of essential artifacts, and the expansion of community outreach programs. Griffin maintains that philanthropy is an integral part of his life philosophy, recognizing that with immense wealth comes a duty to uplift communities and expand opportunities for those in need. Fast forward to 2025, and Ken Griffin stands at the helm of one of the most successful hedge fund operations in history. Citadel has diversified well beyond its initial mandate, venturing into market making through its separate entity, Citadel Securities, which has become a behemoth in its own right. Griffin's influence in the financial world extends far beyond the trades he makes. He's a frequent speaker at economic forums, a mentor to countless young analysts, and an active participant in policy discussions around financial regulation. In many ways, Griffin embodies the dualities of modern high finance, fiercely competitive yet philanthropic, private in his personal life yet a public figure shaping global market conversations. Despite his immense success, he remains deeply involved in the daily activities of Citadel, poring over data, analyzing macroeconomic trends, and guiding his team of traders and quants with the same intensity he displayed as a college student trading convertible bonds from his Harvard dorm room. Ken Griffin's rise to the top of the hedge fund world is a testament to ambition, intellect, and unrelenting drive. From the single satellite dish that connected his dorm room to the markets to his leadership of a multi-billion-dollar financial empire, Griffin's story is unlike any other. Along the way, he's weathered economic storms, broken real estate records, and funneled huge portions of his wealth into philanthropic causes that will outlast his trading career. So, the next time you catch a glimpse of a shimmering Manhattan skyline or read about massive trades that shape entire markets, remember the story of Ken Griffin, a self-made billionaire with a passion for making money work for him and for the world. His journey isn't just about amassing a fortune. It's about leveraging intellect, opportunity, and strategy to build something truly extraordinary. And, with an estimated net worth of $35 billion, there's no disputing it. Ken Griffin sits firmly on the throne as the richest hedge fund manager on the planet. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this look into the life and empire of Ken Griffin, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below on who you'd like us to profile next.